Hello, friends. Welcome to the healing journey. It's Larika here. Um, we are in April already, and oh my gosh, I can't believe it's April already. It's like, what a crazy year, right? Um, yeah, so we're going into our fourth month now, and we've had new beginnings in January. Then we moved on to self care in February. And March was all about balance. And this month is about gratitude, um, living a grateful life. And I was thinking a little bit about this because, with the stuff that's going on at the moment, I was wondering if gratitude is the right way to go for this month because things are so a little bit chaotic, right? But then I thought, no, I think maybe gratitude is exactly the thing that we should be focusing on in April, right? I mean, so many of us are in isolation, social distancing. These are becoming words that are part of our vocabulary every day, things that, you only saw in movies. It's becoming real. And it is pretty intense, and at times it feels quite scary. But I think we are all coping because I also see these beautiful messages all over the world popping up. I saw a video a few days ago of I'm not sure if it was in Italy or in Spain, where all the nurses were just like lining up in the hallway of the hospital, and they were chanting a mantra, and it was so beautiful, just to lift the vibration of the in that space in the hospital. And how beautiful is that? And this find a bear that they have going on, and the rainbows in the windows that the kids make here in the UK. I mean, it's really beautiful, right? So we have so many light parts happening as well, bringing our as humans, bringing us together. So I think gratitude is probably a really good one for April. Um, April is a special month for me because it is also my birthday month, and that is the reason why I chose gratitude as well originally in for April. And it I I started practicing gratitude many years ago. I realized that um, once you lost many things in your lives, or in your life, many things that you lose, you realize that the things that you have are becoming important for you. And you start focusing on that. Not in a necessarily, maybe initially in a very attached way, but you start realizing the things that you have um, are wonderful, that you are happy to have these things, you are grateful for these things, right? And they become really special for you. And naturally, you want to show your gratitude for that. So I started to look at the things in my life, the little things that brought me joy. And I started to appreciate those little things. I mean, it is, if you know me, hear me talk a lot about this. Um, Outside, going outside and watching the wind play with the leaves, just listening to the little birds singing in the trees. It just creates such a joy for me to experience those things, and and that leads me to feel gratitude for nature, that we have this beautiful nature outside. And um, and from there, I expanded it into the people in my life that I appreciate, showing gratitude to them, showing how grateful I am to them for being in my life, and truly grateful, and thanking them in words mostly, but also in little things. taking someone a cup of coffee when they don't expect it, and you don't expect to have a coffee made back because I made one for you, you know, just that generosity, just being generous creates with your gratitude, and that creates this really good feeling inside of you. So I discovered that the more I practiced gratitude, the more happier I became in many ways, and the more I felt I have so much. Even though I didn't have so many things at one point, I still have less than normal people because that is my choice. I don't want to have too much stuff. So, but the more gratitude I practice, the more I feel like I'm so blessed and I have so much to be happy about in my life. I have so much joy. So during this time that we have here in with this self-isolation time, there's so many things that we still can be grateful for. You know, we have our homes. Our homes are our special places. It's our safe places for most of us. I understand that there are people that maybe their home isn't that safe for them, but for most of us, our homes are our safe place. So how amazing is it to have this home? We have food to eat. Most of us have food in our cupboards, in our fridge. We just open the fridge and take something out. Even though things are tough outside, we still have food in our fridge. How amazing is that? We open the tap and water comes out. Good heavens, that's even better. You know, how lucky are the ones of us that have the running water, hot water, cold water. We can just drink the water from the tap. Even better, right? So those little things, if we start focusing on just living those, being grateful for those things, again, the people around us, that just increases how we feel about our lives in general. A little sip. So this month is all about that for on our Patreon page or on my Patreon page on our healing journey. And this healing journey, I just want to expand a little bit about it. It's not something that you need to start in January and finish in December. Okay, so the themes that we have some sort of flow. So if you start in January, finish in December, yeah, that's good. But it's not you don't have to do that. You can start anytime. You can skip 2 months if you want. If you don't feel like doing balance and the time's not right for you to practice balance, then don't do that. Then you move on to something else. So you can choose which themes you want to explore. And it's, like I say, you just pick and choose as you feel. Every month there is a meditation recording and a short discussion like what I'm doing now, just to explain a little bit about that month's theme. We also have an activity sheet that you can print out. So this activity sheet has various things that you can practice and do that month that relates to the topic. So this month is gratitude, so there'll be activities around gratitude to help you develop gratitude in your life and grow it. And then usually every month there's also a journal prompts. So it's a sheet and you can print these out. It's PDF format, so you can print them out. And the journal usually has prompts on it, like a prompt for every day. But this month I did not do a journal prompt because I think because I'm encouraging you to do your own daily journal every day this month, a gratitude journal where, and it's in the activity sheet, you will see it, where I ask you to every day just write down 1 to 3 things that you were really grateful for that day. And if you have the energy, write why you were grateful for them. And it doesn't have to be big, massive things. Gratitude is not about the big things necessarily. It's about the little things. Yeah. This morning I woke up and I wasn't sick. I was still healthy. Wow, gratitude, grateful for that. Um, this morning or today, I discovered a new series on Netflix. Woohoo! That's exciting. How cool is that? So those little things that you just write down. I noticed today, I noticed a bird singing outside my window, and it was so beautiful, and I'm so grateful for that. So little things like that, and it can be something big. Somebody I know was sick and they got better. That's a really big thing to be grateful for. One of my close family members or friends, or. So think about, it would be good if you can think of three things, but one thing is also good, and write that in a gratitude journal. And I encourage you to keep on doing that even after this month is done. And the if you really don't want to write it down, then maybe in the evenings before you close your eyes when you lie in bed at night, make the list in your head. But it's really quite useful to do it, writing it down, because when you look back at the year, you can see all the amazing things you are grateful for. And something else that you can also do is get yourself a jar. Like, okay, this is a small one, but something like this, right? And in this jar, every evening, write down on a piece of paper something in your life that happened that made you happy that day, or that lifted your spirits, or there was just something nice. Somebody made you a coffee, or um, you did a meditation and you felt really good about it. You said whatever, anything small, and fold up the piece of paper and put it sorry, put it in the jar, right? And keep doing that for a whole year. So if you start in April, then keep doing it till April next year, and fill up that jar with all these positive notes. And at the end of the year, you can also start in July and maybe do it till the end of December, because generally we like to do things from January to December, right? So if you only want to do 6 months, that's also fine. And then, or from April to December. And then at the end of the year that you set yourself for, open your jar and start going through your pieces of paper and see what a beautiful year you've had. Because we tend to forget sometimes those little things that made us happy, right? We focus on these big things, or we focus on the things that, this was a tough year, my God, it was so tough. But if you have that jar and you open it up and you start reading, you see all the beauty that you had that year as well. And you can have the memories, the special moments that you had during the year. So these are the practices that I encourage you to do this month. I will link my Patreon down below, so that if you want to sign up and you want to support me and you also want to try out some of these, it is only $2 a month. Really, I keep it very low priced, because I feel that we all should have access to healing, and to start our journeys in as simple and easiest way as possible. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you for supporting me. And I do wish you a wonderful April, even though things are a little bit tough. I wish you that you have many special moments this month, and that you appreciate the time that you have with your family and the time that you have with yourself. So until next time, blessings to you. Bye for now.